Today I've got an update for you on the Grand Princess. We've got pricing changes on the canned soda package and the bottles of water with Princess. Believe it or not, I've got an update for you on the Enchanted Princess. Big news there. And an earthquake in Santorini. And I've got actual footage for you thanks to a Let's Go family member. So let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today is Thursday. It is May 22nd of 2025. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, will you please go ahead and click on that subscribe button. And if you appreciate my updates, please give this video a thumbs up. We very much appreciate it, so thank you. So first up, let's talk about the Grand Princess. The Grand Princess is due back in Seattle on Friday, May 23rd, and they are apparently going to go ahead with that next sailing on that ship. If you've been following along, she set sail on May 6th, first sailing out of dry dock, and there have been a lot of problems on board. It seems like it is truly split. You hear a lot of reviews that people are having a fantastic time, and then you have a lot of reviews from people that have not had a fantastic time due to the problems in their cabins. I do have it firsthand information that right now there are a lot of leaks, water falling in the casino. They've had to cover up some of the machines, like the slot machines. There's also water leaks in the galley. They've got some crew members, more than we usually would think of seeing, crew members staying in passenger cabins because their cabins have had some of the troubles that some of the guests have had, like with the toilets not working, no hot or cold water, heating and air conditioning not working, but I have not heard anything about the next sailing being canceled to get these things fixed. So I'm really hoping that they're able to get everything under control. But frankly, I'm a little bit worried about it because we are this close to time to sailing on the next cruise and there are still problems. They've still got, like I said, crew members having to stay in passenger cabins. I do not know what the plan is for the next sailing, but let me know if you're booked on the Grand Princess on the next sailing and how everything is going. It's really interesting to me that you can have these problems keep going, and we're waiting on a resolution. We're waiting to hear if people are going to get enough onboard credit, not onboard credit, enough of a future cruise credit to pay them back for having paid for such an expensive cruise getting on board and not having their cabin be really working really well. So let me know if you happen to be on that sailing, if you've had any trouble with your cabin, what you're receiving in return, and we'll go from there. But I am a little bit disheartened today, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting some better news down the road about the Grand Princess. Do I have confidence that they'll eventually get it ironed out? I do. But do I have confidence that it'll be worked out for the next cruise? I don't. Do I think that they are going to appropriately reimburse guests who have been on board and had a lot of trouble? Unfortunately, it's not looking like it at this point. So let me know what you receive and what you hear when you're on board the ship. It'll be great to hear from you. So thank you. Next up, we've got our update on the Enchanted Princess. The Enchanted Princess has had a norovirus outbreak. She is sailing in the Caribbean, and one of our Let's Go family members, thank you, Mead, he sent me an email and let me know that disembarkation is going to occur this weekend on that ship, but embarkation is going to be delayed because they are going to enforce more cleaning measures. So everyone, if you are going to embark on the Enchanted Princess this weekend, make sure that you don't get there any earlier than you're supposed to, because otherwise you're just going to have to wait around. I am glad they're doing extra cleaning measures. I have noticed that this week, as we have been on the Sapphire Princess, they do have the hand washing stations, but there is no one stationed there asking anyone to wash their hands. And so it's really rare that I see anybody stop to wash their hands up there by the buffet. Gordon and I have stopped both times, and that we have been to the buffet, and I used a paper towel just after I washed my hands. I get another paper towel, and that's what I use because I forgot my gloves to be able to use the serving utensils there in the buffet. Let me know how things are going on the ship that you're on, and I'm sorry to hear that we've had that norovirus outbreak. Alrighty, what is going on with pricing at Princess? We've talked about this funny situation ridiculous situation that is going on with the pricing for cans. The latest on board, the Sapphire Princess, is still, as of dinner this evening, if you've got the Plus or Premier package, you'll be paying for a can of soda if you want one. If you've got the soda package, the one that is $17.69 a day, you get to have the canned soda, but those charges are still showing up on passengers' accounts. Sometimes they disappear automatically, and sometimes they have to go down to guest services and ask for them to be removed. They are removed, but it requires you to stand in line and ask for that. So I'll keep you up to date on that. But I told you about a week ago that the prices went up on ordering the 6-pack of cans to your cabin or ordering the bottles of water. Well, the prices have gone back down again. So as of today, if you order it's called the Stateroom Canned Soda Package, when you order that, you get to have 6 cans of soda delivered to your cabin. It's there when you start your cruise. You cannot order this package, and you cannot order the bottled water package once you're on board the ship. This is for orders before the cruise sails. It is $17.70 for 6 cans of soda, and you can have a choice. You can choose 6 different kinds of soda. You can have Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, Diet Sprite, orange soda, soda water, tonic water, and ginger ale. Those are your options. If you want another canned soda, you really do need to bring yours on board with you. As far as the stateroom bottled water package goes, you get 12 of the 500 ml bottles of water. They're delivered to your stateroom, and that's going to be $24. Alrighty, so it's interesting that Princess went back down on the pricing for those packages, and it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing with this canned soda, Sodagate situation going on. I've heard both sides. Some people say, well, that's a silly thing to be worried about. You're paying all of that money to go on a cruise. Who really cares if you have to pay $2.65 or $2.66 for a can of soda? And then on the other hand, you have people saying, a lot more people saying, I paid for my packages. Why am I having to pay for a can of soda? And that ranges from everybody who are very loyal, people who have sailed with Princess forever, and that it also includes people trying out Princess for the very first time. So let me know in the comments what you think about all of this. So in Skagway today, we had planned to take an excursion, but through a series of really unusual circumstances, we slept through our alarm. We usually have more than one alarm. We had one, and so we missed our excursion. So instead, we slept in a little bit longer, and then we walked right into Skagway. There are a lot of shops. There are places to get food if you would like, from sandwiches to snack foods. You can also look at the different places, especially down the side streets off of Broadway, and there are lots of different kinds of restaurants to eat in. Not huge restaurants for the most part, but a lot of smaller eating establishments. They've got a lot of souvenir stores. They've got the National Park historical sites that you can visit. They'll have a gift shop with them if you're looking for a souvenir, but they've got a lot of historical information there and places to visit. They've got an ice cream shop. They've got a place to get your fried dough. It depends on where you are in the country of the United States, what they call that, or what part of the world. Where I grew up there in the Midwest, we call them elephant ears. Where I live now, they call them scones. But it's basically fried dough, and then they sprinkle cinnamon sugar on it, and it really is delicious. So we got that. We tried a little bit of ice cream that we shared, and just walked around town, did a little bit of shopping, and really just enjoyed soaking up the beautiful day. Even though we've been there several times, I always love to go see like the Gold Rush National Historical Park that has to do with the National Park Service and all of that. So make sure that you don't miss those. We always visit the train station there for the White Pass Yukon Railroad, and just a really nice town to walk around. It's not huge. It is walkable from all of the different cruise ships, so that's an important thing to know. Another important thing to know is it depends on where your ship docks as to how you're going to be getting into town and getting in to do your excursions. So first of all, there's that landslide area there next to where a huge pier is, where 2 ships dock. looking at that landslide area, they have not done a lot of work there, and I kind of am wondering if it's going to kind of stay where it is right now. I've looked through the news in Skagway and I have not seen an awful lot about it, but there's like that whole side of the mountain there that could come down at any time. And so when you dock there, today where the Nordam was, they went ahead and used water shuttles. So even though they were docked at the pier, all of the guests had to use water shuttles. It's a really quick service because literally you get off the ship, just go a very short distance, and then you get on land again. Just beyond where the Nordam was parked was Royal Caribbean's Radiance of the Seas. They are the ship. They are in the position where the Discovery Princess was last week and where they are going to be again tomorrow. We've already got word that they are going to once again be using the shuttles. You cannot walk along that long pier because they don't want any of the landslide to occur again into Harmony When. So in that section of the pier, you have to take the shuttle that takes you from the ship to the end of the pier. Where we were docked, you just walk right into town. It was really easy to walk right in. And then a little while after we were already docked, the Norwegian Encore pulled alongside as well. So that's an update with how everything is working in Skagway. It is really hard to know what your ship is going to do. And yeah, an update also on the Ruby. On our live this evening, we've got a Let's Go family member who is sailing on the Ruby, and they were in Juneau today, had a beautiful day there, but they originally were docked at the pier, but then they had to move out and use water shuttles after that. So a lot is going on as far as water shuttles and everything else going on in the ports here in Alaska. So I'll do my best to keep you up to date, but at least you know that these things might happen, right? And so let me know if you've got any questions about them, but we really had a beautiful day. So if you've got questions about Skagway, be sure to put those in the comments below as well. Last up, we have a Let's Go family member on sailing on Norwegian, and today as they were pulling into Santorini, she was so kind to post this on our Facebook page. They are sailing into Santorini and all of a sudden the ship shakes, like it threw a propeller, or like something like this happened to the ship. She said that the TV was swinging and everything, they were really worried about what was going on until they noticed over on Santorini, they started to see the landslide from the earthquake. And so I really appreciate her posting this. Just wanted to let you all know that that's what's going on. They still were able to make their port call there in Santorini. The captain had to make sure that it was safe for everyone to go ashore. But it's really interesting. If you've been following along from the end of January all the way through February, they had a lot of earthquakes there in Santorini, to the point, in that region, to the point that there were a lot of locals even that ended up leaving Santorini. And then in March, they came back and cruise ships started calling there again. And now we have this big earthquake, enough to cause a landslide and really for it to be felt when you're on board the ship. So it clearly had to move the ocean enough with that earthquake. So a really big impact. So let me know if you happen to be on a ship that was close to Santorini today, any experiences you've gotten. I thought it would be kind of fun. Let us know if you're going to the Mediterranean this summer. I wish I were going to the Mediterranean this summer, but I'm not. And so, yeah, that's kind of sad, but it's okay. I'm going other places and that's all right. But I am really looking forward to hearing from all of you who are going to Santorini and anywhere in the Mediterranean. So just let me know. Let me know if you've got questions on the Sapphire Princess, questions about Alaska. Follow along with us in Glacier Bay today. And I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.